If it feels greedy to protect profit for you, I want you to think about, why did you get into this business in the first place? Maybe it was to help other people, but but how much help can you be if you are burnt out and constantly stressed out by money?
Are you a maker who loves your craft but hates the money talk? Welcome to the Profit for Product podcast, where we help makers turn financial chaos into clarity, all in 20 minutes or less. I'm Megan Bergquist, a money coach for handmade business owners. Follow me as I cover everything from budgeting basics to scaling your finances. We've got the stories, strategies, and encouragement you need to stay on track. Each episode will break down financial concepts into bite-sized, easy-to-understand tips so that you can implement them easily. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale your business, tune in to learn how to master your money so you can get back to making. Now let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Profit for Product podcast. I'm your host, Megan Bergquist, and today we are talking about some of my favorite things, and that is profit. Now, why do I say things? Profit is just one thing, right, Megan? No. So there are actually 3 different types of profit, and that third one is the one that people always forget about. The 3 different aspects of profit are gross profit, net profit, and protected profit. Gross and net profit you've probably heard about, and you'll have that no matter what you do, whether you know about protected profit or not, you're going to have a gross and a net profit. Protected profit only happens intentionally, though. Now, we are going to go into each one of these and why they matter. So first things up is gross profit. Now, I want you to think about gross profit, net profit, and protected profit, all of these different profits, like a little profit cake. Gross profit is the actual layers of the cake. It is going to make up the majority of your profit stuff. It's going to be the biggest number. And the reason why is because all that gross profit means is that you are taking your revenue, which is the total amount of the money that you have earned, and you are subtracting the direct costs of goods. So whatever you directly paid to make your jewelry or your candles or your pottery, it is straightforward revenue minus direct costs, nothing else. It's gonna look really big, especially if you're priced properly. But that's not the final profit. It's the first layer of it. Net profit is what a lot of people talk about when they're talking about profit. The net profit is like the jelly or frosting that is in between the layers of the cake. It is still absolutely integral to the cake, but it is not the majority of it. It can be thicker or it can be thinner depending on how much you put in there. It is what is left after all of the expenses. So this includes when you have your Shopify subscription, when you have to go pay a toll for going to one of your craft shows, when you have to pay to be in the craft show, all of these expenses that come out of your bank account or out of your wallet, that gets figured into net profit. And this is why people feel broke even when they, on paper, are making a lot of money. It's because their expenses are out of control and they might be caught in this cycle of pay it on the credit card and then, oh no, I don't have enough money to pay off the credit card, and in this cycle of debt and selling in order to get out of it. And it's just exhausting. I know, because that is what I have done before. This is what led me to create Profit for Product, is because I know the struggle, I know the frustration, I know the mental space that this takes up. And that's why protected profit is such a game changer. Now, unlike gross and net profit, protected profit is not a straight equation to figure out and be done with the end of the day. What it is an intentional decision to be profitable. But Megan, I have debt. But Megan, I have never been profitable before in my life. Well, Now you will be. And if you have debt, this is the time you need to be the most profitable so that you can pay that down. Protected profit is like the frosting that's on top. It could be a naked cake and you have very little frosting on top. Or it could be this big, elaborate frosting design on top. So, what does protected profit do? It is the amount that you choose to set aside, whether that is a flat amount of money. That is what a lot of people might want to do at the very beginning when they're feeling when they're nervous about this. What I recommend is a percentage, even if it is 1% of all sales. Put that aside into a specific category or bank account and just leave it there. Because what that is going to do, it is showing you that you can be profitable. And with that, it builds the trust that you can do it more, that you can do it again, that you can become more and more profitable. This is not extra. This is investment in the future and investment in showing yourself that you are capable, that you are a capable business owner who is profitable. Now, I know that this is something that is just, oh my God, how can I do that? I have so much to do. I have so much to buy. I have so many materials that I need to get. I want you to take a stop, take a step back, and breathe. I'm not even joking. I really mean it. I want you to take a deep breath in and out because what's talking right now is fear. Fear that if you try this, it's not going to work for you. Fear that if you try it and it doesn't work for you, what does that mean about you as a person or as a business owner? And I want to tell you that is your anxiety lying to your face or your brain. Maybe it's saying, I'll do it when I make some more money. It feels greedy. I need to reinvest everything if I want to grow. But I'm here to tell you the truth. And if you don't change your mindset, you're not going to do it when you make more. You're going to find other things that you need to buy. Anything that you need to invest in. You need to invest in other people for employees. You need to do this, you need to do that. And it's always going to get pushed to the back unless you make it a priority. If it feels greedy to protect profit for you, I want you to think about why did you get into this business in the first place? Maybe it was to help other people, but how much help can you be if you are burnt out and constantly stressed out by money? And the last bit that I absolutely fell into this last trap, that I need to reinvest everything, that's the only way that my business is going to grow and that you need to spend money to make money and blah, 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 blah. While to a certain extent, that's true. It's also a really dangerous trap to fall into because I'm telling you right now, until you make that decision, it's not going to happen. Yeah, you might have some profit, but are you going to have the type of sustainable profit that allows you to build the business of your dreams, that allows you to have the life of your dreams? Because when all's said and done, that's what we're doing. That's what we're looking for is that life, that freedom, that control over our own schedules. That is what we're looking for, not necessarily just an extra amount of money every month. So, what can we do? First thing, start small. I want you to make a commitment to yourself. DM me on Instagram at Profit for Product. What percentage are you going to set aside of your sales? I will absolutely be there to cheer you on. If you are still looking at your bank account to determine whether you have money or not, I want you to create a separate bank account. The physical action of shifting money over into your protected profit account is going to build that neural pathway in your brain. And that becomes easier and easier as you do it over time. And as you see that grow, it makes you excited. At least it does for me. And the important thing is you need to focus on habit and consistency. I know that that is so not what you want to hear because I sure as heck don't. I just want that, whoop, we're going to be done and all set. And we're highly profitable, yay. But unfortunately, life doesn't work that way, and neither do our brains. So, to recap, gross profit is what's working. Do you have a good gross margin on your products? Are you priced properly? Net profit is your truth. What do you have that's left over after you've spent all of the money that you feel like you need to run your business? And some of them are legitimate, like you need to pay taxes, you need to pay your bills, you need to do these things. But I want you to think, what do I think that I need? What am I telling myself that I need that I actually don't? And protected profit is the future. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic or anything, but I legitimately mean protected profit is an investment in your future and in the continuance of your business. So, where could you start protecting profit? I want you to send me a DM on Instagram at Profit for Product. And if you are ready for overhauling your financial systems so that they are easy to work with, check out the link in the show notes and set up a discovery call with me so that we can make finances easy and profitable for you. I'll see you next week.